Hello everyone, welcome to Mathworld. This video is to discuss Cambridge IGCSE Mathematics Paper 4, which is the Extended Mathematics for May-June 2023, and the code is 0580/41. This is the Variance 1 paper. Alright, so let's move on to question number 1. Okay, for question number 1a, an orchard has 1,250 trees. The trees are in the ratio of apple to pear to cherry is 12 to 9 to 4. So first part, calculate the number of apple trees. Okay, so from here I know that apple, right, number of apple trees, it will be here. Okay, the ratio of apple is 12 over, okay, the total. I mean, this is the fraction. So it will be the total of 12 plus 9 plus 4 portions. Okay, then multiply of 1,250. So this is the fraction. Then from here, you will be getting 12 over 25 times 1250. That is 600. Okay, so you will get 600 apple trees. So that's the first part of 1a. Now for part 2. Last year in the orchard, the mean mass of fruit produced was 64 kg per tree. Calculate the total mass of fruit produced last year. Give your answer in tons. So 1 ton equals to 1,000 kg. Okay, so now we know that the mean is equals to total mass over number of trees. Okay, based on here, this is the mass over number of trees. So from here, I will say that since you need to calculate the total mass, means that you get the total mass as a subject by moving up this number of trees and multiply to the mean. So the total mass, it will be mean times number of trees. Okay, then the mean is 64 kilograms. Then the number of trees we have found, right, or is given in the question, total 1,250. So just times 1,250. Then from here, you will be getting 80,000 kilograms, right? And now it's mentioned that your answer in tons. So 1 ton equals to 1,000 kilograms. So that means this will be same as 80,000 kilograms over 1,000 kilograms. So from here, I will be getting 80 tons. So the answer is 80. Okay, now third part. Last year, the mean mass of pears, all right. The mean mass of pears produced was 54 kilogram per tree. This was a decrease of 10% on the mean mass of pears produced per tree from the year before. Calculate the mean mass of the pears produced by each pear tree the year before. Okay, the year before. So this 54 kilogram was the decrease of 10% compared to previous year. So from here I would say, okay, the mean mass equals to 54 kilogram per tree. Okay, so now because of decrease of 10%, so that means I will know that it will be, okay, 100% minus 10%, it will be 90%. So this 90% is same as 90 over 100, which is 0.9. Okay, so I will say that this 54, okay, so when you look at here, this 54 kilograms is actually corresponds to 0.9, the ratio. Okay, because it's mentioned here for last year it was 54. okay, then this 54 is a decrease of 10%. That means it's only 0.9 of the year before. So now you need to find the year before is how much. That means you will just say, okay, 0.9, let's say the x, right, I define, let the mean mass of pairs for the year before equals to x. Alright, so 0.9x, it will be 54. So that means now here, the x will be 54 divided by 0.9. That is going to be 60 kilograms. So that is your solution. Alright, so that is the mean mass of pairs for the year before, right? 60 kilograms. Right, the orchard loses 1/5 of its total number of trees in a storm. Calculate the number of trees that remain. So loses 1/5. That means the remaining will be 4/5. So it will be 4/5 times 1250. Then this is going to be 1000. Okay, now for B, Paulo buys some pears from the market, right? Buy some pears from the market. Pears cost 54 cents each, or 0.51 euros each. Paulo pays in dollars for 12 of them. Calculate the change he received from $10. Okay, so now this is dollar. Okay, so from here, since he bought 12, that means it will be $0.54 times 12, which is $6.48. Okay, and now he paid $10. So the change, it will be $10 minus 6.48. So this is going to be 3.52. Okay, that's a change. Now the exchange rate is $1 equals to 0.826 euros. Calculate how much more. Okay, how much more? Paulo pays for each when he pays in euros. Give your answer in dollars, correct to the nearest cent. Okay, when he pays in euros, right? That means now we have to find out. See, we know that either each of these costs 54 cents, okay, or 0.51 euros. That means now, okay, now we have to check what is the exchange rate first. So from here, I will change this 0.826 euros to dollars. Okay, so this is same as $1. So now, since the cost of the fruit is 0.51 euros each, so I will say 0.51 euros, it will be X dollars. Okay, so now my X dollars, I need to find out what is my X dollars here. So I just cross multiply. So from here, I will say that 0.826x equals to 0.51 times 1. Therefore, my x is going to be 0.51 divided by 0.826. Then that is going to be 0.62. This is dollars, right? So 0.62, this is the dollar sign. That means, right, now this one fruit costs 62 cents in dollars, right? So now you need to find out what is the difference, because the question says how much more that Paulo needs to pay, right? So that means the difference is basically 62 cents minus the original price, which is 54 cents. So minus 0.54. Then here you will be getting 0.08. So he has to pay extra $0.08, 8 cents. Okay, so that's all for this working. Now for question number 2, given this diagram, so the diagram shows a solid triangular prism ABCDEF of length 15. So length 15 means BC is 15. Okay, show and AB is 6.4. So here is 6.4. EB is 5.7. Okay, this is 5.7 centimeter, and the volume of prism is 145 centimeter cube. A, show the angle of EBA. So EBA is here, is 32 degrees, correct to the nearest degree. Okay, so now we need to get the volume, right? So because you are given the volume, so basically the volume is the area of the triangle, okay, times this length. That will be the volume. So from here, area of triangle is basically, right, so I will say volume equals to area of triangle ABE times length, or which is BC. Okay, then from here the area of triangle, because you are given two sides, and then you need to show this angle. I let this angle be theta. So let theta be the angle of EBA. Okay, so area of triangle, use the formula. So we have a formula. Let's say this is a triangle A, B, and theta. So the area is basically half AB sine theta. So now I will use half AB EB, right, sine theta, multiply with BC. That will be my volume of this prism. So given 145 for the volume, so this is equal sine half, my AB is given 6.4. And then the EB also given 5.7. Then sine theta and multiply with BC. So the BC is given 15. Okay, so when you calculate the terms on the right side, you will be getting 273.6 sine theta. So now my sine theta is 145 over 273.6. Then from here you will be getting 0.52997. Okay, and then your theta, so since your sine theta is this value, therefore your theta is inverse sine. That is going to be 32 degrees. Okay, so we have shown the angle. So that's the solution of this question. Now find the length of EA. Okay, EA. We need to find out what is this. Okay, now for the EA, I need to use the cosine rule because we have found the theta just now. Our theta is 32. And then this EA is the opposite side of 32 degrees. Alright, so according to the cosine rule, so this is a cosine rule. EA squared, which is the opposite angle, equals to the other two sides. So AB squared plus EB squared. Minus 2 of AB, EB, cos angle, cos EBA. Okay, so now you need to find EA. So EA is basically square root of the right side. So now your AB is given, AB 6.4, EB is 5.7. So 6.4 squared plus 5.7 squared minus 2 times 6.4, then 5.7 cos 32 degrees. Okay, so from here, you will be getting square root of 11.5764, and at last, you will be getting 3.40. So that's your length of EA. Okay, now see, calculate the shortest distance from E to AB. Okay, shortest distance from E to AB, that means that is the perpendicular distance. You need to find out what is this. Okay, so let it be M. So now I will define first. Okay, so shortest distance is EM. Right, so now I will just draw this out. So let EM be the shortest distance. From E to AB. Okay, so now here is 90 degrees. We have found the EM. Okay, we need to find EM. We know that here is 32 degrees. EBA is 32 degrees. Right? The EB is given. So EB is 5.7. And then here is 32 degrees. And now you need to find what is EM. So obviously, EM is the opposite side of the 32 degrees and EB is a hypotenuse. So opposite and hypotenuse is basically sine. So I will write sine 32 degrees equals to EM over 5.7. Okay, or over EB. I will just write over EB first. So this is same as EM over 5.7. That is my sine 32 degrees. And now my EM just move up the 5.7. So my EM becomes 5.7 times sine 32 degrees. That is 3.02 cm. Okay, so that's your solution. Now D, calculate the angle BF mixed with the base ABCD of the prism. Okay, now BF. Okay, so this is your line BF. Just join the two diagonals using a ruler. Right, it should be a ruler, straight line. It should be a straight line. So join using ruler. And then you need to find out what is the angle between this line and the base. Base is here. Okay, so from here, we know that you should connect this F down to the plane ABCD. Okay, after that, it will be connected to B because it's starting with B. So this is your angle. Alright, you should connect like this. So again, draw using ruler. You should get a straight line. right? And now my angle is basically at BF. Okay, let's say I let this be N. So my angle between the green line and the purple line is basically this angle. Okay, so FBN, I would say it's FBN. Alright, so now I will just let the N be the midpoints of DC. Okay, I have to define first. So let N be the midpoint, midpoint of DC. Okay, so the angle is basically FBN. Okay, as I have mentioned here, this is the angle. Right, so now to get the FBN, okay, we know that here is 90 degrees. Fn to NB is 90 degrees. Now, I need to find out, okay, what is my BF, which is the hypotenuse, right? And then I need to know my Fn. Okay, so for your information, just now we have solved the EM. Okay, EM is found. This EM is the height of the triangle to the midpoint of the AB. So basically the AB is parallel to DC. That means this N is basically same as the M here. I mean it is parallel. Okay, which means Fn, right? Fn equals to EM because they are same triangle. Okay, so from here I will say that my Fn equals to EM, which is 3.02. That's why now I just need to find out what is my, okay, this is 3.02. What is my FB, right? So then we know that this is 15, BC is 15, okay? So then my BF, I can just use Pythagoras theorem. Here is 5.7, okay? And this is 90 degrees because this is the base. So for FB, it will be 5.7 squared plus 15 squared, and then you take the square root. That is the Pythagoras theorem. Alright, so I will say that if it is FC squared, alright, so you refer to this. This is your F, this is your B, and here is a C. So the FC is 5.7. Okay, then the BC is 15. So from here, I know that my BF is square root of 5.7 squared plus 15 squared. Then you will be getting square root of 257.49, which is this value. I don't want to round up because this is not yet my final answer. Okay, then now you need to calculate this angle. This angle, FBN. Right, FBN here is 90 degrees. Therefore, it will be Fn over Fb. So now, this is my B, this is my F, and here is my N. Here is 90 degrees. Okay, I need to find out this angle. So from here, I know that sine angle FBN equals to Fn over Bf. Okay, so Fn is basically 3.02 that we have found here, right, over the square root. So I just write in square root because I don't want to round up so many times. Then from here, my angle FBN, it will be inverse sine of 3.02 over the square root. Then you will be getting 10.848 degrees. And now I round up to one decimal place, it will be 10.8 degrees. So that is your angle BF. Okay, calculate the angle BF mixed with the base ABCD. Now E, the prism made of plastic with density 938 kg per meter cube. Calculate the mass of the prism in grams. Density equals to mass over volume. Okay, so just now we have volume, right? When you refer back to the question, volume is given 145. So now I need to find out what is the mass. Okay, based on this formula, I will just rewrite density equals to mass divided by volume. So to get the mass as a subject, this volume you move up. It becomes times. Therefore, mass equals to density times volume. Okay, the density is given 938 kilogram per meter cube. Okay, but then just now when you look at the volume is in centimeter cube, which is in the question, okay, which is given here, centimeter cube. So it is different units, right? So your volume it is 145 centimeter cube, and now this is meter cube. Okay, so now 1 meter, we know that it is, okay, I show you separately. 1 meter equals to 100 centimeter, right? So if 1 meter cube, that means 1 meter times 1 meter times 1 meter, it will be 100 centimeter times 100 centimeter times 100 centimeters. That means this is going to be 6 zeros. This will be the centimeter cube. Okay, so now I need to use this conversion in the calculation. Therefore, I will say that the density is 938 kilograms per meter cube. So the meter cube I change to centimeter cube because my volume is in centimeter cube. So per means over 1 here. I mean this is basically 1 million. Okay, 1 million centimeter cube times the volume is 145 centimeter cube. So with this, I can cancel off the centimeter cube. So when you simplify, you will be getting 0.13601 kilograms. But then the question asks for grams. So we know that 1 kilogram has 1000 grams. So then this value, you need to multiply with 1000. Then the units becomes grams. So here at last I will get 136.01 grams. And now we round up to 3 significant figures, that is 136 grams. So that is the solution of this question. Okay, now next question number 3. A, the table shows information about the mass of each of 1000 eggs. You are given the table. Okay, calculate an estimate of the mean. So for the mean, we need to get the midpoints. So now I will need to calculate the midpoints. And then frequency is F. Okay, midpoints is counted using average of these two limits. So 40 plus 50 divided by 2 is 45. Okay, the next one is 50 plus 56 divided by 2, you get 53. And then 56 plus 64 divided by 2, it will be 60. Lastly, 64 plus 70, it will be 67. So you plus together and divided by 2, that will be your midpoints. Okay, so now to get the mean, our mean is summation Fm over summation F. That means this is your M. So you just multiply. Okay, so multiply and divided by total F. So that means here will be 45 times 126 plus 53 times 520 plus 60 times 154 plus 67 times 200 over the total F is basically given 1000. Okay, then from here when you simplify, you will be getting 55870 over 1000. So at last it will be 55.87. So that is your mean mass. Okay, part 2. An egg is picked as random from the 1000 eggs. Find the probability that this egg has a mass greater than 56 grams. Give your answer as a fraction in its simplest form. Okay, now greater than 56 grams. Greater than 56 grams means that you have to refer to last two categories. Okay, because m greater than 56. That means the total here is 154 plus 200. That is the number of eggs with that weight, with that mass. Okay, so here I will just write, it will be 154 plus 200 over the total is 1000. So this is your probability. That means you will be getting 354 over 1000. And now you need to get the fraction in the simplest form. So just simplify this, it will be 177 over 500. Okay, B, 1 year a farmer makes a profit of $24,730 selling eggs. Write this profit correct to two significant figures. So when two significant figures, that means, right, your answer will be just two digits here. I mean, I will not say two digits. You have to get these two value, okay, and check the next number here. If this next number is 5 and above, then you round up. Then the rest will be 0. The last three digits will be 0. So that means since this 7 is more than 5, then I will just write 25,000. Okay, so now part 2 in standard form. So standard form 24730, the decimal. Okay, the decimal point is after the 0. So now you just round up. I mean, not round up, you move the dot. Okay, move this dot. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be 2.473 times 10 power 4. Sorry, I will say that it will be like this. Okay, you change to this form. Right, I would say for the standard form, we always leave our answer in one decimal place. One decimal place. Okay, so then you move this dot 1, 2, 3, 4. Therefore, 10 power 4. Alright, so then it will be 2.473 times 10 power 4. So this is our standard form. Okay, now see, on the farm, there are 500 hens, correct to the nearest 10. Now, first part, in 1 year, the mean number of eggs laid per hen was 320 eggs, correct to nearest 20. Okay, calculate the upper bound for the total number of eggs all the hens lay in that year. Okay, so now from here, I would say that your mean was 320 eggs. Mean eggs, alright? Mean eggs was 320, correct to nearest 20. Okay, so for your information, when you need to calculate the upper bound, you have to plus, okay, upper bound, you need to plus half of the degree of accuracy. So the accuracy is 20 now, okay, but for the number of eggs. Then for the number of hens, it is nearest 10. So the 10 is the degrees of accuracy. So from here, I will say for the hens, number of hens, it will be 500. Okay, so which means I will say the hence it is between the bounds, okay, the upper bound and lower bound, it will be 10. Okay, so this is the extra calculation. It will be 10 over 2, which is 5. Okay, so means that you have to plus 5 to get the upper bound and lower bound. So that means 500 plus 5, I will get 505. Okay, and then for the lower bound, you minus. If it is lower bound, then you minus. Right? So from here, I will just write lower bound, you minus. Now, for the lower bound, now 500, you minus 5. It will be 495, but inclusive. So for the x, number of x, mean x, I would say mean number of x is given 320. That means now my upper and lower bound, it will be, okay, because nearest 20, so this 20 divided by 2, because always half. So it will be 10. That means now for the upper bound of this, you have to plus 10. So it becomes 330. And then the lower bound, you have to minus 10. So it becomes 310. Okay, now you need to find upper bound of the total number of x. So now we know that the mean equals to total over hence. Right? Total x over hence. Number of hence. So now to find the total x. So total x, it is mean times number of hens. Right. So now when it is times, so your upper bound, okay, UB, upper bound of total x, it will be upper bound of mean x times upper bound of number of hens. Then now we just take the upper bound for both of them. So your upper bound for hens will be 505, this is the lower bound. It is 505, 505, 505. Okay, and then the other one is 330. So you just take these two values and multiply. That will be your upper bound for the total x. So 505 times 330. So at last, you will be getting 166,666 and then 50. Okay, so that is your answer. Now, another farm has 800 hens, correct to nearest 20. Calculate the lower bound for the difference between the hens, number of hens on the two farms. So 800 hens, right, correct to 20. That means 20 divided by 2, that is accuracy of 10. That means now I will just write here, this is basically you minus 10 from 800 to get the lower bound. So you get 790, and you plus 10 from 800 to get 810. Right. So from here, your lower bound, okay, lower bound of the difference. So it means that this is a hens, or I would say that this is a farm number 2. So farm number 2 minus farm number 1. This is farm number 2. Okay, and this is farm number 1. Right. Then now just check here. This is number of hens. So the hens lower bound is 495. Okay, wait, let me check. Okay, another farm has 800. Hence, so alright, now for your information, when you need to find the minus, the difference, the lower bound of the difference, this is basically lower bound of f2 minus upper bound of f1. Okay, it is not lower bound of f1. So we take the upper bound. So lower bound of f2 is 790 minus upper bound of f1. So the upper bound of f1 is basically 505. So we don't use 495. Okay, so we minus 505. Then you will be getting 285. So that is your lower bound of the difference. Okay, now for question number 4. Calculate the area of the triangle PQR. So since this is right angle triangle, so area is half times base times height. That means you will be getting 96. Okay, so that's your solution of the first part. Now calculate angle PRQ. PRQ is here. Since you are given opposite and adjacent sides, that means you will be applying tangent. So tangent angle PRQ equals to PQ over QR. Okay, so your PQ is 8, QR is 24. So therefore, angle PRQ equals to inverse tangent of 8 over 24. That is 18.4 degrees. Now part B. The diagram shows a half cylinder of radius 6. That's why this is the center. And length 11 centimeter. Calculate the volume of the half cylinder. Okay, cylinder. Let's say this is a cylinder. Here is R. Then the height is H. The volume is pi r square H. Since now this is half, right? That means the volume just times half to the formula. So it will be half times pi r square H. So it will be half times, the pi is 3.142, r is 6 because it's the radius, H is the 11, is the length. Then from here you will get 622.116, which is 622 centimeter cube. Correct to 3 significant figures. Okay, part C. ABCD is a rectangle with AB 20. Okay, it's given here. BC is 15. SXT are the points on the circle with center O such that DSA, okay, DSA, alright, and DTC are tangents to the circle. The radius of the circle is 4 centimeters, is given here, and TX is the diameter of the circle. The shape DXT, okay, DXST, okay, means this whole part is removed. And TX is the diameter, okay, is removed from the corner of the rectangle, leaving the shaded shape as in the second diagram. Now calculate the area of the shaded shape. Okay, actually this one very simple. You need to find the area. That means you need to find the area of ABCD first. Then you minus area of this whole part. Okay. So now from here, I need to find out. Okay, I find one by one first. I find the area of the rectangle ABCD. That is 20 times 15. This is 300 centimeters squared. Okay, so okay, then now next is I need to remove this whole circle, and then I need to remove this part as well. Okay, so what do I need to do now here is area of DSOT. Okay, I remove this whole part first, this rectangle. Then later I remove the major sector. Alright, so now since the OT is 4, that means DT is also 4. Okay, because the OS and OT are radius. So OS equals to OT equals to 4. So area of rectangle DSOT, it will be 4 centimeter times 4 centimeters, which is 16 centimeters squared. Okay, after that, I need to remove this sector. Okay, remember the R is still 4. Here is 3/4. Right? So we know that area of circle with R, that is pi R squared. That is the area. So now I'm removing 3/4. So area of major sector of TSX, or I will say SOTX, alright, SOTX. That is 3/4 of the circle, so pi R squared. That means this is 3/4 times pi, I leave it in pi first, times my R is 4. So then you will get 12 pi centimeter squared. Okay, so now I just need to find out, to get the shaded region, it will be the whole rectangle ABCD minus a rectangle, the blue rectangle here, minus this sector. That will be my answer. So therefore I will write area of shaded region is basically 300 centimeter minus 16 centimeters plus 12 pi. So the pi I change to 3.142. Okay, then from here you will be getting 24. This is centimeter squared. So you'll be getting 246.296, which is 246 centimeter squared. So that's the solution of this question. Okay, part 2, calculate the perimeter of the shaded region. So for the perimeter, go back to the diagram. Okay, now I need to find out, we know that here is 4. So this is 20, here is 15. So that means the TC is basically 20 minus 4, which is 16. Okay, then the SD, okay, this value, wait, I don't need the SD. Okay, I know that here is 4. So I need to find out what is my TXS, right? So then from here, I know that my SA, because here is 4, that means SA is 11. So let me write down first. SA is 11. 15 minus 4 centimeter, it will be 11. Okay, or probably I just write 11. Okay, SA done. AB is 20, BC is 15. So then now I need to find out what is my arc length for the STX, right? SXT. Okay, X sector arc length. So arc length of sector SXT, it will be 3/4 times 2 pi r. That is my 2 pi r is the arc length of a circle. Okay, then now left only 3/4 of the circle. Here will be just 3/4, which is this part. Therefore, now I replace the value. It will be 3/4 times 2 times 3.142. The r is 4. Then from here, you will be getting 18.852 centimeters. Right. Then now we have found this length. And then now I just need to write down what is my TC. So the TC is 20 minus 4 because this part, the radius is removed. So from here, my TC is 20 centimeter minus 4 centimeters. That is 16 centimeters. So now I can find out my perimeter. So basically my perimeter is SA plus AB plus BC plus TC and plus the arc length. Okay, plus SXT. So just plus all together. So then SA is 11, then 20, 15, 16. So 11 plus 20 plus 16. BC is 15. Okay, BC is 15. TC is 16. Then SXT 18.852. So then from here, you will be getting 80.852 centimeters and it will be 80.9 centimeters. So that is your perimeter. Okay, question number 5. A. There are 160 people in a village. The cumulative frequency diagram shows information about their ages. So cumulative frequency. Then the horizontal axis is the age in years. Okay, now find an estimate for the median age. So now for the median age, look at the diagram. There are 160 people. Alright, so 160 divided by 2, which is 80th. So now I need to calculate. Well, I need to find out from the median. Okay, so the median is when it is 80 for the cumulative frequency. So therefore, when you draw the dotted line down to the horizontal axis, so you can just use ruler. Okay, now from here we know that there are 10 squares. Each square is 1 unit. Okay, because 10 squares represent 10 units, 10 years. So here there are 5 squares. That means 25 is the median. So now I will just write here 25. Okay, the lower quartile. Lower quartile is basically Q1. Okay, so Q1 of the data, that means it is 1/4. Or you can say that it's 1/4 of total, or it is half of the median. That means this is going to be 40th data. So 40th data, just refer to the graph when the cumulative frequency is 40. Okay, so it is in the middle here. Then from here, when you read, it is 19, 18, so 17 is here, so 17.5. You can say it is 17.5. Right, because here is 19, this is 18, this is 17. Now the number of people who are 50 or more years of age. 50 or more years. Okay, so now you refer to, this is the years. So just draw the dotted line up to the graph. And then you need to read what is the total frequency first. I mean the cumulative frequency. Okay, then we draw the dotted line horizontally. Now, for the vertical axis, the difference is 20, but there are 10 squares. That means each square is 2 units. So when you look at here, this is 148, right? But then the question asks for 50 or more. 50 or more is basically counted from here. right? It's not 148. 148 means 50 and less than 50, right? So it will be 160 minus 148. So here I will write the working is 160 minus 148. That is 12. So the answer is 12. Now the 65 percentile, okay, or 65th percentile. So 65 over 100 times 160. So this is 104. Theta 104. So 104, 104. Okay, so just now I already mentioned each square is representing 2 units, right? So 104 means here. This is 104. Just draw the line. And then project downwards. So you get 30. Okay, so my answer is 30. Now, part 2. The youngest person in the village is 1 year old and the oldest is 70 years old. Draw a box and whisker plot to show the distribution of ages in the village. Okay, smallest 1. So 10 squares here. 10 squares, 10 units is represented by 10 squares, therefore 1. So here is 1. Smallest. Okay, oldest 70. So this is 70. That 2 will be the extreme values. Now I need to find out what is my median. Median is 25. Because for box plot, we need to get the median, the lower quarter and upper quarter. So 25 is here. This is 25. Right? And then the lower quarter is 17.5. So 17.5. It will be 15, 16, 17. 17.5 is here. Now my upper quarter, I need to find out my Q3. Okay, so this is an extra calculation. Upper quarter is 3 over 4 of 160. So this is going to be 120. Data number 120. So 120 now, okay, check. 120 is basically over here. So this is going to be 34. This is my Q3. Okay? This is Q3. So I know that it is 34. So now 34 is here. Okay, so draw a box for these 3 points and then draw a line to join the greatest and lowest value. So this is our box and whisker plot. Okay, B writes down an estimate of the percentage of people in the village that are younger than the median age. So younger than median age, right? You can just write here percentage. The median age, median we know that is 50%, right? So then it will be just 50% because median is 50%, right? Here is a median. So younger than that, it will be 50. And then older than that, it will be 50%. That's the explanation. Now, part B, the frequency table shows information about the age of each person in another village. So now on the grid, complete the histogram to show this information. The first block has been drawn for you. Okay, now this is frequency density against age. So here means that you have to calculate the frequency density, but before that we have to calculate the class width. Because the frequency density is the frequency divided by class width. So this is a frequency density. Now, class width is basically the width of the class or the size of the interval. So what to do? Look at the intervals here. I mean the limits. They are the same. Therefore, my upper boundary will be 20. Okay, for the first class. So my class width is just minus because they are the same. Here 20, 20. Alright, otherwise you have to get the average first before you minus. So here I will then do it 20 for the first class. Then when you minus, this is 10. When you minus, it's 20. And lastly, you get 30. So now your frequency density is frequency over class width. Let's say this is a C. This is the F. So now you divide 52 over 20. You will get 2.6. And then 3.7 for the next. 24 over 20 is 1.2. 60 over 30 is 2. Okay, so now I will sketch based on this. So when 20 to 30, the height is 3.7. Right, when you look at here, okay, so 1 unit for 10 squares, shared by 10 squares, that means each unit is 0.1. So now 20 to 30 is over here. Just draw a block. But the height is 3.7. So means this 3.5, 6, 7. Here is 3.7. So please draw the blocks using ruler. And then when 30 to 50, the height is 1.2. So 30 to 50, the height is 1.2 here. Okay, then when the interval is 50 to 80, the height is 2. Okay, so this is the histogram. Now for question number 6, in the square ABCD, A has coordinates minus 2, 1 and B has coordinates 1, 5. So, okay, this C has coordinates AB where A and B are both positive integers. Find the coordinates C and coordinates D. You may use the grid to help you. Okay, A has minus 2, 1. So minus 2, 1, this is my A. And then the B coordinates 1, 5. 1, 5. This is my B. Okay, and then mention that it is a square. So C has AB and both of them are positive integers. Find the C and D. Okay, so from here, if ABCD is a square, so when I join all this, you have to use a ruler to join. Otherwise, you won't get exact value. Okay, so let me draw. Okay, so when you draw a straight line, no. Right, so when you draw, now from here, it should be 90 degrees. Then I need to get C and D. Since C and D are the C with both coordinates positive, right? So that means expected your C will be somewhere here, isn't it? So that it will be a rectangle, it will be a square. Okay, so how do I calculate? It's basically not simply, so you can just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, minus 2, 1. Okay, wait, I should not count like that. I should just count like this. 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units. Here 3. Then you go up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here 4. 3 units to the left, to the right, and 4 units up. So for the B to C, it should be, okay, it should be 4 units. 1, 2, no, sorry. It should be 4 units. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 units to the right. And then 3 units down. 1, 2, 3. Okay, which is like the rotation. So basically, this will be your C. Okay, so that it will be 90 degrees. Here is the 90 degrees. Okay, and so now from here, I know that my C is with coordinates 5 and 2. So here I will just write down my C is 5, 2. Okay, where is my D? My D, same method, right? So roughly will be here. Okay, so which is 90 degrees also. So then it is not this is not the accurate working, just rough work, because I want to make sure here is 90 degrees. Okay, so better work out from the A, don't work out from the C, because C is your solution. So if wrong, then it will affect your answer. Okay, now what I need to do here is, right, for the A, I need to rotate. Okay, so when I rotate, it will be 4 units to the right side, which is same as the B. So it means that 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 units, then 3 units down. So 1, 2, 3. That means my D is here. It's expected to be this. Okay, so this is just a rough idea. So now I have to erase, which is not correct. It's like the rotation. So for the rotation, you just calculate. This is one of the ways to do it, right? So somewhere, something like this. So from here, here is 4, this is 3. Then I will get my D with coordinates 2 minus 2. Okay, so this will form a square. So with this, I will write 5, 2, 2 minus 2. That's my solution of this question. Okay, for part B, P has coordinates minus 1, 3, and Q has coordinates 6, 4. Find the coordinates of the midpoints of PQ. So when you have 2 points, so let's say x1, y1, x2, y2. The midpoint is basically x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. That's the formula for midpoints. So now I will just write midpoint equals to minus 1 plus 6 divided by 2. Okay, x1, x2, and then 3 plus 4 divided by 2. So this is going to be 5 over 2 and 7 over 2. So that's the solution of this question. Now part 2, find the length PQ. So the length PQ, okay, we have a formula, square root of x1 squared, let's say here, right? So let's say this is AB. So now my length of AB is square root of x1 minus x2 squared plus y1 minus y2 squared. So you can simply change the order of the subscript, either y1 minus y2 or y2 minus y1 is up to you. So now from here, I will just use minus 1 minus 6 squared plus 3 minus 4 squared. Then this is going to be, okay, the first one is minus 7 squared. Then the next one is minus 1 squared. So you get 49 plus 1, which is square root of 50. So now if you need to round up your answer, 7.07. Okay, part 3. Find the gradient of PQ. So the gradient's formula, right? Gradient's formula M equals to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So that's the gradient's formula. So now since you have minus 1, 3, 6, 4, okay, so I will just write here. So gradient is basically difference of the y, so 4 minus 3 over difference of the x. Then here you get 1 over 7. Now part 4. Find the equation of the line parallel to PQ. Because of parallel, it means that same gradient. So m equals to 1 over 7. That crosses the x-axis at x equals to 2. Alright. So now I will use, because crosses the x-axis at x equals to 2 means that the point with coordinates 2, 0. So now use the formula. Y minus y1 is m bracket x minus x1. So now y minus 0 equals to 1 over 7 times x minus 2. So at last you will get y equals to 1 over 7x minus 2 over 7. So that's the equation of the line. Okay, now question number 7a. Factorize fully. First part, 27y squared minus 3. So this 27y squared minus 3, I can factorize 3 first. It will be 9y squared minus 1. Then after that, we have a formula. A squared minus b squared is a minus b times a plus b. So which means to use that formula, I need to change the 3 squared to square of 3y squared. Square of 3y. Okay, then my a becomes 3y, my b is the 1. So this is 1 squared. That means you will be getting 3 bracket 3y minus 1 times 3y plus 1. So that's your factorization. Now for part 2, factorize 2m minus pk plus 2k minus pm. Okay, so now 2m minus pk plus 2k minus pm. So I will factorize, I will group the 2m and 2k first. So I rearrange. Okay, then for the both minus, I will factorize the minus bracket km plus pk plus pm. Then from here, for the first two terms, right, the 2 is in common, so factorize the 2. And for the second bracket, the p is in common, so factorize the p. Then now, you will find that k plus m is in common, so I can factorize k plus m. And then you will be getting 2 minus p. So that's your factorization. Part B, show or solve this. Okay, so when we need to solve, means that we need to get the same denominator, right? So now I will just times all together or make it to the same denominator, means that it is cross multiplication, right? Just move up, cross multiply. Cross multiply. So I'll get x minus 1 times x minus 1 minus 6 times x plus 1 equals to 1. Then I will do expansion for the numerator, and the denominator I will move up. Okay, so now the numerator x minus 1 times x minus 1, you will get x squared minus 2x plus 1. And then this minus 6 times to the bracket, it will be minus 6x minus 6. Then equals to 1 times this x plus 1 and x minus 1 is basically x squared minus 1 squared. Okay, then from here I will get x squared minus 8x minus 5. The right side, x squared minus 1. So the x squared can be cancelled off from both sides. Okay, then this minus 8x, the minus 5 will be moved to the right side. So it becomes plus 5. So minus 1 plus 5 is basically 4. Then from here, right, my x will be 4 divided by minus 8, which is minus half. So that's my solution of this part B. Now C, solve quadratic equation. You must show all your working and give your answers correct to 2 decimal places. So 4x squared minus 3x minus 2 equals to 0. Now my coefficient for x squared, which is a, equals to 4. Coefficient for x is b, which is minus 3, and c is minus 2. So our formula is ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. This is the quadratic equation. Your x will be minus b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, this is the quadratic formula. That means now my x is minus minus 3 plus minus square root of minus 3 squared, which is my b squared, minus 4ac, then over 2a. Then from here, you will be getting 3 plus minus square root of 41 divided by 8. And now, to get the two values, the first one is minus, and the second one is counted using plus. Okay, and now correct to two decimal places, you will get negative 0.43 and 1.18. So that's the solution of this part C. Okay, now next part, make K the subject of the formula. So K over M equals to 4 plus Kp. Right, so I times the whole equation by M first. So K equals to 4M plus Kmp. Then the Kmp, because we need to make this K as a subject, so I move it to the other side. So you will get K minus Kmp equals to 4M, and factorize the K. So you get 1 minus Mp times K equals to 4M, and now just divide the whole equation by 1 minus Mp to get the K as a subject. So this is your result. Alright, now question number 8. A tailor makes X dresses and Y shirts in a week. In a week, he makes at least 4 dresses. He makes no more than 7 shirts. He makes less than 14 dresses and shirts all together. The number of shirts he makes is more than 2/3 of the number of dresses. One of the inequalities that shows this information is X at least 4. So this at least greater or equals to 4 means that is the information number 1. Write down the other 3 inequalities in X and or Y. Okay, now the second one, we know that X means dresses, Y is shirts. So no more than 7 shirts means that it is Y less equals to 7, can be up to 7. He makes less than 14 dresses and shirts all together means that dresses plus shirts less than 14, so less than 14. The number of shirts, which is the Y, is greater than 2/3 of the dresses. So Y greater than 2/3 of dresses is X. So these are the 3 inequalities. Now, part B. On the grid, draw 4 straight lines and shade the unwanted regions to show these inequalities. Label the region R that satisfies the 4 inequalities. Okay, we need 4 lines. So firstly, X greater or equals to 4. This is the inequalities that you want to find. So for unwanted, it will be less than 4. Okay, so X is here, less than 4. It should be, I draw unwanted. Okay, unwanted. So I use straight line here for because we want to show X greater or equals to 4 later on. So here, right, is this a straight line? Please draw a straight line, a nice straight line. Draw using ruler. Okay, then the next one is Y less equals to 7. So okay, then the next is X plus Y less than 14. So now X plus Y I let equals to 14 first. So it means that when X equals to 0, Y is 14. When X equals to when Y equals to 0, okay, when Y equals to 0, your X is 14. When Y equals to 0, your X is 14. So let me check. Alright, so that means X0, Y is 14. Then here is 14. Right, so when you draw, because I don't have ruler, so probably I can just find few more points. When X is 10, for example. Okay, when x is 10, you just need to find 2 points. When x is 7, probably that is the middle value. Your y is 7. So at least I have the middle points. That's easier for me to draw. Alright, so for you, you just draw. And this one less than 14. So it should be a dotted line. Okay, so then y is greater than 2 over 3x. So let y equals to 2 over 3x first. So when x is 0, your y is 0. When your x is, okay, 2 over 3, probably your x is 4. Or I don't want to draw 4. Let it be 3, easier. Then I will get a nice number. Let it be 3. My y is 2 over 3 times 3, which is 2. Okay, 3, 2. Then you will just mark like that. If you have ruler, okay, just 2 points is enough. But I don't have ruler here. I just find few more points. When 6, so that I can draw a longer line. This is 4. Okay, when 6 is 4. So at least I know my graph is accurate. And look at the diagram, more than 2 over 3. Okay. Right, so means that it will be 3 to the x and 2 up. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is y equals to 2 over 3x. Right, this is x plus y equals to 14. Now, from here, okay, you need to draw the unwanted line to get the r. So firstly, x greater equals to 4. So now you need to draw x less than 4. Okay, x less than 4 is basically this side. X less than 4. Okay, and then y less equals to 7. The unwanted will be greater than 7. Greater than 7. Okay, then after that, this is less, but I need more, right? So when you read, the y is less than minus x plus 14. So I need greater and equals to. So that means greater and equals to means above. So the unwanted is above. And then lastly, y greater than 2 over 3x. So when greater than this line, that means it will be above. Sorry, you need greater. Okay, you need greater, the unwanted will be less. Because now we are sketching the unwanted. So less than 2 over 3. So less than 2 over 3 means that it will be below. Alright, so from here, obviously your R is in the middle. Okay, so that is your solution of this question. Right, now use your diagram to find the smallest number of dresses and the smallest number of shirts the tailor makes in 1 week. Okay, so from here, now look at the diagram. We have few points, 4, 3, okay, or here and here. That means the smallest will be 4, 3, because if you pick the second point, which is here, the x is greater than 4. Okay, the y is greater than 3 as well. So the smallest is 4, 3. So it means that the x smallest is 4. Right, so the x is dresses. So smallest will be 4 dresses. The smallest number of shirt will be 3. Okay, now the profits the tailor makes on one dress is $10 and the profits on one dress on one shirt is $6. Use your diagram to find the largest profit the tailor can make in 1 week. So now from here I will say that the largest profits can make is the largest point here, right? So that means the top point, which means your x is 4 and then the y is 10. So now profit, it will be 10x plus 6y. So then just replace. Okay, so you have to draw this line because you need to use a diagram to get this. So profits, let it be P. 10x plus 6y. So now you have to draw this line. That means when the x equals to 0, right, you have to fix one value. Okay, so let's say 6. So probably I let the P be 60. Alright, let P be 60. So 60 equals to 10x plus 6y. Right, that means here you will get, okay, when x equals to 0, 60 equals to 6y, then your y will be 10. When y equals to 0, 60 equals to 10x. That means your x is 6. So I get 2 points, 0, 10. So 0, 10. And another one is 6 and 0. Okay, x is 6, y is 0. 6 and 0. So now you join these 2 points. Okay, again you have to draw a straight line. So here I don't have ruler, so you just simply use a ruler and join these 2 points. And then now you move this point up. Alright, then from there you will find that the maximum point, the maximum one is here. Okay, then you can find out this value. Okay, because here this is my rough work, so I'm not sure what is this actual point. So you just push this line or move this line up to the maximum. So the maximum is over here. Okay, so then you will get roughly 106. So you have to find what is the x, right? So you have to find out the x and y value here. Then you will have to substitute the x value. So I'm not sure what is this, alright? So here is 5.5 and then this is probably 8.5. Okay, just based on my diagram, it will be 10 times 8.5 plus 6 times 5.5. Okay, just roughly. So then from here, you will be getting $118. Alright, so my graph is not accurate. So from here, I get 118, but then when you refer to the mark scheme, it is roughly 106. So that's why I didn't use ruler to draw it. That's why the point is supposed to be here. Okay, you have to base on your drawing, right? So that's the solution of this question. Okay, so now for question number 9. A, the Venn diagram shows sets x and y. List the elements of x. Okay, so the elements of x will be just this circle. That means I will get x equals to AELTR. Find ny prime. Ny prime is basically outside the y. Outside the y means R and L, and they are 2. In each Venn diagram, shade the required region. P union Q. P union Q means belongs to P or Q or both. Means just shade the 2 circles. P prime intersect Q. P prime is basically outside. Okay, this is P prime. And now you intersect with Q. So now I shade the region for Q. So intersection means you must have common region. Common region means the region which has two lines. So obviously it will be the major part of the Q. Okay, so I will just erase all this. Then it will be just major parts of the Q. This is my region. Okay, now for the next part, C is the universal set is positive integers less than 13. Less than 13 means that it will be from 1 until 12. A is x less than 9. That means this is 1 until 8. Then B, okay, probably I will just list down. So it will be A equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then B is even. B is even from the universal sets means 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Then C is multiple of 3. Multiple of 3 means 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, now first part, complete the Venn diagram. So we always find the intersection among three sets first. So among three sets, I will find out that it will be okay, there's no, wait, let me check. Among three sets will be 6. Okay, among three sets will be 6, means that this here belongs to A and also B, and then belongs to C means this part. This is 6. That is the intersection among three sets. Then now I label between A and B. Okay, between A and B means these two parts. So it will be A and B will be 2, 4, and then 8, and also 6. So here 2, 4, 8. Then between A and C, this is your A, here is your C. Okay, so between A and C, let's check. So now A and C, I have the 3, then that's all. So it means that I need to add on 3 over here. Then now between B and C, okay, which is this part. So let's look at the diagram, B and C. So 12, that's all. Alright, so I get 12. Okay, now I will start labeling the A. The A will be 1 until 8. So here I already have 2. So it means that I add on 1, 3, 4, 5 is not there, 6, 7, 8. That's it. Now B, even numbers. So 2, 4, 6, 8 already done. Just add on the 10. Then for the C, the 9 is not yet labeled. So add on the 9. Okay, now, but then when you look at the universal set, right, it is 1 until 12. So now from here, we know that A covers 1 to 8, right? So now the C has 9, then B has 10, and also 12. Then the 11 is not covered. So therefore, 11 will be outside these 3 circles. Okay, now, first part done. Second part, find n. N means number of outcomes. A prime union B intersect C. Okay, firstly, I get B intersect C. So B intersect C based on the diagram, right? B intersect, this is a B, intersect with C, that means 6 and 12. Right? So I will just write down B intersect C is 6 and 12. So now A prime. A prime means outside A. So outside A basically just 10, okay, 12, 9, 11. So means that 9, 10, 11, 12. So here I will write 9, 10, 11, 12. So now A prime union B intersect C. That means 9, 10, 11, 12 union 6, 12. So when you have union means that you just combine all the elements. So now I will add on 6 to the first set, and then the 12 is listed, is available in the first set. No need to write down. So from here, my end of this, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because there are 5 outcomes. So that's the solution of this part 2. Okay, now question number 10. fx is x minus 4, gx is 2x plus 5, hx is 3 power x. A, find f minus 3. So f minus 3, just replace the x by minus 3. So I get minus 3 minus 4, which is minus 7. Part 2, get the g inverse. So before you get the g inverse, you must let y be gx first. That means now my y equals to 2x plus 5. And get the x as a subject instead of y. So now 2x equals to y minus 5. Therefore, your x is y minus 5 divided by 2. So from here, change your x into g inverse. The y will be replaced by the x. Then this is my inverse function of g. Part 3, fx times gx times fx. Okay, my fx is x minus 4. So this is x minus 4 multiply with gx. Gx is 2x plus 5. Then times x minus 4. Okay, so from here, I will say that I multiply x minus 4 first. Okay, so this is x minus 4 squared times 2x plus 5. And then you can just do expansion using the quadratic formula. A plus b squared, a plus minus b squared, it will be a squared plus minus 2ab plus b squared. So then I will be getting x squared minus, so minus 4 times x times 2, 8x. Then always plus, square of 4 is 16. Then multiply with 2x plus 5. Okay, then now each of these you multiply, right? Just multiply. So I will get 2x cubed plus 5x squared. So minus 8x times 2x is minus 16x squared. Minus 8x times 5, it will be minus 40x. 16 times 2, 32x. Okay, 16 times 2x, sorry, 32x. 16 times 5, it will be 80. So from here, I will simplify. You will be getting 2x cubed. So 5x squared minus 16x squared is minus 11x squared. Then minus 40x plus 32x is minus 8x, then plus 80. So your answer is 2x cubed minus 11x squared minus 8x plus 80. Okay, part B. Find x when hx equals to gf2. Okay, now I need to find out what is my f2 first. My f2, you just need to replace the x by 2. So I will get 2 minus 4, which is minus 2. So now gf2, it will be g of minus 2, which is, you replace the x by minus 2 now. So I get 2 times minus 2 plus 5. That will be 1. Okay, so when hx equals to gf2, that means hx is 3 power x. So now I will be getting 3 power x is 1. So to get this, right, we can just make the 1 as the base 3. So I will say 3 power x is 3 power 0. Therefore, your x is 0. So this is one way to do it. Another way is, right after 3 power x equals to 1, you can just take log both sides. So log 3 power x is log 1. So log 1 is 0. Okay, log 3 power x, we have a formula. Log a power b is b log a. So then I will just take out. Then from here, your x is 0 over log 3, which is also 0. Okay, so we have two methods to solve this question. Alright, so that's the whole paper solutions, right? And also comes to the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy watching my videos, and also stay tuned for more upcoming videos. Thank you. Bye.